Yes?
Milady, can I do anything for you?
The peace of my land has been disturbed. The humans and the Vodyanoi quarrel due to greed, fear, and misunderstanding.
I assume each side has an informal leader.
You assume correctly. You may speak to the Vodyanoi priest near my statue. Julian represents the humans.
I'll tend to this.
Who is in the right?
It's not about who's right. I want them to reconcile.
Then you must slay Dagon. To do so, bring me objects symbolizing harmony from both communities.
I'll return soon.
You will find clues on the nature of these objects on the statue.
Milady, you look pensive.
Sometimes I see the future, Witcher. Destiny has entangled its threads round a Witcher. His path leads into a dark future, into sadness and pain. I wish to help him survive.
Who is it, milady?
You or Berengar. Speak with him, and may one of you take up Destiny's thread.
I'll speak to Berengar.
Yeah?
Have you spoken with the Lady of the Lake?
Goddesses don't speak to mere mortals.
Spare me the sarcasm.
So what momentous news did the local goddess divulge? Just don't get all momentous on me.
She spoke about destiny.
Destiny doesn't interest me. But if you want to play hero, be my guest. I'll even help. See, I tricked you recently.
What?
Salamandra actually forced me to betray a few formulae, subjected me to some tests. I didn't even protest. They paid me well.
Why?
You know why. I wanted to marry, have children, friends, a normal life. The Witchers robbed me of that chance. This is nothing new to you. Humans hate me. When they see my eyes, they blanch in fear. And children. Tell me, what's the difference between your dear Camoran and a Salamandra lab?
I'm not here to tell you I'm any better than you.
Leave. The mere sight of you irks me. I'm beginning to doubt myself.
Farewell.
Yes?
Berengar has no interest in destiny.
Clearly my vision pertained to you, Gearlt.
If you say so.
When the time comes, I shall aid you with a gift.
Beastie Beta?
Any work for a Witcher?
A creature looking like a fish with legs appears by the lake. They say the crypt...
Any reward?
Bring proof?
The scimitar from the crypt.
I've seen enough proof. You're 800 orens.
I wanted to talk to you about the Vodyanoi.
Julian's in charge of that business.
Business?
He fishes treasures from the lake, renovates them, and sends them to markets in Vizima.
Any non-humans around here?
Elves live on the shore. Pretty disagreeable lot. I thought to give them leftover food. They looked at me so cold I nearly froze. They're a strange bunch. Still, I've enough to do here in the village without worrying about them.
I see.
There's also the fish people. A scourge on our lives.
How so?
They got vicious, driving us away from the water, wounding some of us, and killing a few. Julian knows more.
I'll have a talk with him.
Beastie Beta?
Know where I can find the friendly Vodyan priest?
He's often sitting by the altar of the Lady of the Lake. Sometimes he's driven off by Dagon's worshippers, but he always returns.
I see.
Gearlt?
What happened in Vizima after I disappeared?
Who knows? I left soon after you. Though I did hear that you staged quite a bloodbath.
Sometimes killing is necessary.
Now don't get offended, but has killing people become a pleasure for you?
I only kill humans in self-defense.
Like the old days. Try as we might, we just can't seem to cull the population of vicious SOBs.
I sense we haven't seen the worst of them yet.
Be careful.
I will.
Gearlt?
Greetings, Witcher. I've heard a lot of good things about your kind.
That's rare. Usually people treat me like a leper.
Not in my house. When I was a child, I heard many tales of a witcher who saved my grandfather's life in exchange for a silver penny.
That must have been a while back. I'm Gearlt.
Oh, yes. In the olden days. I'm Julian. It's a pleasure. Gearlt?
I've taken Berenger's job. Decided to handle this problem myself.
Listen, I'm in the middle of planning my wedding. You have no idea how much time it takes. Come back later.
An agreement with the Vodyanoi is possible.
Think so?
That is the will of the Lady of the Lake. Care to take issue?
No, Witcher. I'm no fool.
In that case, I'll need something that symbolizes your devotion to her and your desire to achieve peace with the Vodyanoi.
Of course. What shall I give you?
The alabaster figure depicting a young Vodyanoi capturing a water elemental.
Here it is. It would have fetched a fine price in Vizima, but peace is more important.
We shall speak later.
Tell me the story of your grandfather.
Grandfather, may Melitele watch over his soul, had a plot of land. A piece of a rocky, frozen valley in northern Kovir, and a deserted coal mine with no coal. Grandfather always said that a treasure was concealed in the valley. He worked hard every year to discover that treasure. Initially, many gladly took the jobs he offered and helped. But soon it became clear that Grandfather had gone mad, that there was no treasure. When he was 47, had rheumatism and a collection of Bobolak scalps above his mantle, he was overcome with grief and went outside. He began cursing the heavens, berating all the known gods in the foulest language he knew. The gods answered. There was a terrible rumble, and an avalanche descended on the valley. Grandfather regained consciousness, burrowed out of the snow, and looked around to see something that would change his life. The entire valley was glimmering strangely, glimmering so beautifully that he nearly didn't see the beast coming towards him with a heavy gait. Grandfather fled, bending over once to pick up a strangely glimmering stone. In short, he escaped. Descending from the mountains, he encountered a witcher who agreed to slay the monster in exchange for a silver penny. They returned to the valley, and the witcher slew the beast. He could not help noticing the wealth laying in that valley, yet he demanded nothing beyond the penny promised him earlier. Grandfather grew to trust him and knew that sooner or later someone or something would come along and want to take his treasure, for the treasure in the valley was immense, Gearlt. Diamond deposits that took years to extract. They became partners. The Witcher watched the workers, killed monsters, drove off bandits, and Grandfather managed the business. He's a legend in Kovir, and my family is wealthy and respected. That's the whole story.
What's up?
Soon I'll marry the village mayor's daughter, Alina. We're planning our wedding as we speak.
Sir?
Why do you think the Griggs are your troublemakers?
I witnessed Griggs gallivanting about the divine statue by the bridge. They see the bridge as their territory.
How about talking to them?
Even if I could ward off the night demons, it would be pointless. Griggs don't speak with humans. Sir?
I made a deal with the Griggs.
I'm impressed.
They won't bother you while you wear this four-leaf clover.
Perhaps I can finish the bridge before the first snowfall. Your reward.
I prefer gold.
400 orens, as promised.
Thank you.